2015 was certainly a tumultuous year. Wars, violence. At the start of the year, we asked a crack team of people who aren't psychic to make their genuine psychic predictions. And now comes the time of reckoning, for we are going to give the dangerously talented 2015 Psychic Award to the person who is most obviously the most psychic person of the year. Our first entrant is Rand Huso.
After the U.S. federal government is done gutting the Environmental Protection Agency, several other states follow New York in banning hydraulic fracturing, or fracking. Feds will overturn the dictates and the will of the people in the same way they overturned the legalization of cannabis in D.C. in the name of national security, and the fuel prices will continue to stay low. Global temperatures will continue to rise, making 2015 the hottest year on record, and the Arctic will be virtually ice-free by late September, even the area around the North Pole itself. And Greenland will continue to melt at an accelerated rate, and the coalescing freshwaters in the North Atlantic will disrupt the Gulf Stream heat conveyor to northern Europe and Russia, causing them to have an early but dry winter. The Russian economy will do fine because they'll drop the ruble, or ruble, in favor of Bitcoin. After millennia, Jesus, will return in the minds of the faithful and be observed together with his mother Isis in burnt toast, rust stains, and the ink splotches of Rorschach tests in all major asylums.
Final judgment. New York banned fracking, but the federal government did not overrule it. Yet, global temperatures continue to rise. Greenland's melt speed has doubled, but Russia is not experiencing a cold, dry winter. Moscow has experienced a late December heat wave and stayed on the ruble. And Jesus' toast was never found. There was, however, Cthulhucumber. All hail Cthulhucumber. Taking into account relative predictability, Rand Huso's psychic score is 11.3 above random chance. Next comes Desertphile. Will the gravity of his predictions exceed random chance?
This is my prophecy video for year 2015. And I prophesize in the name of Dust Mop here. Stop that purring. Good grief, you're fat and hairy. Rawr. Year 2014 will set a record high global average temperature. That is already in there. I prophesize in the name of Dust Mop that year 2015 will tie as the record high temperature for year 2014. Also, my second prophecy in the name of Dust Mop. Golly, you're limp. That's what she said to me. Second prophecy. District of Columbia, Washington, will be totally destroyed by an atomic bomb. Third prophecy. There will be massive partying in the streets of America minutes afterwards.
Final judgment. Global temperatures have hit records worldwide, but this is pretty much what the climatologists predicted. Washington remains unblown up. If it was blown up, the fact would be on the Wikipedia page. It's not. Look here. There are 3 days left of 2015 to go, and if Washington does blow up before then, I will have to give the award and the grand prize of nothing to Desertphile, and advise him to buy a lottery ticket. The specificity of Desertphile's predictions of the weather means that he simply has listened to the scientists. If Washington DC remains standing, his provisional score is 7.9, with a psychic level of well over 9,000 if Washington DC is a smoldering crater by midnight Friday. And now the lovely Kate Van.
I have 3 predictions for 2015. 1, there'll be extreme weather globally, and many from around the world will volunteer to cleanup and other needs, from flooding or whatever. Number 2, the U.S. will suffer economically as other countries become more powerful, and Jeb Bush will be inexplicably popular. Number 3, the world will realize that spending loads of money on imaginary things is just causing unhappiness, and will decide to live in tiny houses.
Final judgment. Extreme weather globally is something that scientists have been predicting frequently. Unfortunately for Kate Van, there was no economic crisis, just limping forward as usual. And as for tiny houses, people have been moving into somewhat smaller and smaller homes, but this is mostly because of land speculation and the after effects of the subprime mortgage meltdown. Nevertheless, Kate Van's psychic score is calculated at a 9.3. And now for the text responses. Astrobrand. Queen Elizabeth will abdicate, and with parliamentary approval, pass the crown to Prince Harry, Duke of Cambridge. Prince Charles will be a good sport about it, saying, I approve of this decision. In fact, it was my idea. I was to spend my remaining years playing wheelchair polo and advocating for homeopathy and Muslim pride. In early June, NASA will announce that they will be making an earth-shaking announcement. In July, they won't give details, but they will state that this has to do with whether or not we are alone in the universe. In July, in what will be the most viewed press conference in history, they will announce that they will still not know if we're alone, but they are more optimistic than ever that we will find signs of extraterrestrial life in the next 1,000 years. I, meaning Astrobrand, will die. Final judgment. Queen Elizabeth II did not abdicate. None of NASA's press releases from early June mentioned any earth-shaking announcement without any details announcing the announcement in July. And there was certainly no announcement that they still didn't know if we were alone in July. And, as far as I know, Astrobrand did not die. But I have not been able to reach him, so I have not been able to confirm. Prediction hit rate of 0, unless he died. Then he would be in the running for the championship, but he will have to cross back over to receive his award. And Tom's a tube. There will be another environmental disaster, a la an aging nuclear power plant or oil spill. The world economy will crash, and due to continued massive betting against real currency, the crash will be too big to control. Sorry, there is no good news, except most of the world will decide that it's time to curb global warming and pollution, but that ship has already sailed. America and China will not relinquish power or profits to make the difference needed. Final judgment. No huge oil spill happened this year. A search for oil spill came up with a small oil spill in Canada, the legal ramifications of the Deepwater Horizon oil spill, and the governor of Alabama using Deepwater Horizon cleanup funds to renovate his second governor's mansion. Yes, that's the thing, using environmental cleanup money on the second governor's mansion. I did not make that up. Well, that's it. So, out of all these elite psychics from all over the planet, I must now give the YouTube Psychic Award to somebody. And with a score of 11.3, the official YouTube Psychic of the Year award goes to Rand Huso. You win the honor of being YouTube's best psychic. I give you nothing, but you can be sure in the knowledge that if you are truly psychic, that lottery ticket is as good as yours if you want to buy one. Congratulations, Rand Huso. We salute you. And remember, it's not too late to enter the 2016 Psychic Awards, unless it's already 2016. Just post your prediction or video on this video, and hopefully somehow I will find it. Tag it with the hashtag 2016 True Prediction.